Alex, how are you?
I'm very good, very excited, and thank you for the warm welcome in Indonesia. Feels like coming back home.
Coming back home, for sure.
Yes. Yeah, sure. I come from the Netherlands, married with Indonesian, have a daughter, Indonesian. Also traveled since 2001, worked in 8 different countries, mainly in the Middle East, Qatar, Emirates, Saudi Arabia. Worked also in Mexico together with Cruyff football, and worked in Kazakhstan, back to the Emirates, and since 2019 working in Jordan as technical director. So overall 23 years international experience. Yeah, it was a very special journey. Started in 2019, but I would like to emphasize it's not me, it's us. It's the locals, it's the organization, it's the system itself what built up a local legacy, a sustainable local legacy. So we really built up a local talent player pathway, so that the original talent had a pathway to become a first team national team player. With regional talent centers, with youth national teams aligned with the first team. We achieved a success to have 11 youth players making their debut in the first national team, or training or joining the first squad. Very proud on that, beside the victories. But the most important for us is to deliver and to build the Jordanian talented player for the first team to perform at the highest level. And beside that, we grow the game with over 4,000 players in the last 6 years, because it's also very important to have a big base of players who go inside the football pyramid to have at the end the best ones playing, but also have a system what football is connecting. So football is also bringing societies together, communities together, and that's another side of football. So it's not only high performance, but also social development, and also health development, where children have opportunities to play. Then we had a coaching education system where we double up the figures with local specialists from pro to C level, from grassroots level to pro level. Specialists for technical leadership, we implemented that all together. And then also we built specialists like physical coaches, technical performance analysts, and that aligned with the club youth development systems. So overall, very proud what we all achieved together, and that makes it was a unique story, I think, because it's not Alex, it's not a plan, it's a plan what's been built by the whole country itself, by meetings, by bringing people together, by listening together, and from there we shape the game together. What is the definition of success? But I can say that I'm very proud of what we achieved over there, and also that we have to realize that we have big responsibility. We want to excite and inspire a nation. It's not about teams, it's about the system. And if you have a sustainable system, you can create dreams. You can support dreams for children who become a national team player, who become a professional football player. So I thought that this is the biggest achievement what we all do together, realizing and supporting the child dream to become a national team player. And success, of course, it's there, second place, AFC Cup, World Cup qualification. But it's not a one-time event. And that's the most important, I think, to be sustainable. I think my football philosophy is not important. So the football philosophy must be from Indonesia. So what is the identity where Indonesia is standing for in their own context, together with Jordi and Patrick, which are, the triangle, the technical triangle. We have to sit together, but with the clubs, with the local coaches, with the tutors, with all the stakeholders inside the football itself. What is now an Indonesian player? How does it look like? What is the identity? How they connect with the community. So what values they need to carry out, what is important, and it's the same in the style of play. So the philosophy of play needs to be really in the context of Indonesia, and that is a process what needs to be developed in the upcoming period. Yeah, no, first of all, I think capacity is also important. So I think there is a big job being done by 15,000 coaches having already inside the system. And then we have to analyze, observe, listen, hear, how is the competencies being built from the education system. I cannot assess now how it is. So that is an analyze and observation with the people itself. Where are we now? What is the benchmark? How the profiles should be with grassroots level, how the profiles should be at amateur level, but also the profiles what is needed at pro level. So that is something what we all have to do together, have to find out all together, and based on the profiles what we all come together, then we build it up. And then of course you need to have a quality assurance system. Quality assurance system what make the quality sustainable. And then you can think about continuously education system, so that coaches have the license, and then through following workshops, online programs, that they stay up to the modern standards of the game and keep on developing. We have to give the best for the Indonesian youth players and the Indonesian players, right? Because we're all working for Indonesia. We are not here to tell the academies what to do, because the clubs, they all have their unique identity and in their own environment, in their own context. So they have their own philosophy and culture where they're standing for and values. Where we are there is to facilitate and to support them to elevate the performances of the youth players and their players. So you can think about educational programs, you can think about knowledge sharing, and there are other ways to help and to support in the academies to bring them up to a higher level. But the federation does not have the role to tell the clubs how they need to train, how they need to play. We have and we will design a national football philosophy, but that is an overall philosophy. And the clubs itself, they have their own freedom in that, but we need to help and to support them. So we want to close the bridges. So it can be that national team players, when they go back to the club, how we can continue developing the national team players in the club. So through individual development plans, for example, and how we can work that together so that he continues his journey in the club itself and he continues his journey with the national team. I think 70,000 islands to cover them all. Of course, you need to find the best players, right? To have the best players competing, but also to give every child a chance to play football. We must not forget that also. So it's not only about the national teams, but also giving opportunities. To implement and give the opportunities, we have to think first about starting small and then progressively in phases grow the game and give the game opportunities to be played in every area of Indonesia. But that needs time. It is stretched out of a longer period. You have examples like Japan, for example. They have been successful, but it took them also 30 years to be where they are now. And it's the same for Indonesia. So it needs to be doable. It needs to be in phases, in step by step, to give everybody the opportunity to play. And then you can identify them. I'm very honored and proud to be part of Indonesian football system. It's really a dream of me, and it's for me really a life mission. I see it like that, and I'm very proud to represent the nation of Indonesia. When I had meetings with Jordi Cruyff and then with Peter Kluivert and with Erick Thohir, it was the passion, the focus. Their ambition was really triggering me and was really pulling me in their enthusiasm. So that really triggered me. Shaping the game together. So everybody is involved and everybody is being respected and everybody has an ear to listen to and everybody has the same way of thinking. So there must be connection. So if you bring the plan over from the Netherlands or you bring the plan over from Germany and you implement it here, it will not work out because the culture is different, the mentality is different, expectations are different. Of course you want to win, but how you want to win and how you want to play the game is in a different way. So connection and involvement and shaping the game together is very important. I would, when we were sitting with Patrick and also with Yuri, I'm new here, so you need to give yourself time to analyze, to listen, to hear, to see, to read, to study. Okay, what's been done good, what we have to continue with. So we must also recognize the strength, and we must recognize where are the gaps compared with benchmarking. Then we have to set out the priorities altogether and roll out the plan for a long term. So on the short term, mid-term and the long term. And that needs a couple of months time to really have a clear picture how is now Indonesian football landscaping looks like, and what are the priorities, what we need to set out first on the short term, mid-term and the long term. So that's a group process, it's a team process where many people are involved. And of course with Yuri and with Patrick to spread it out. So yeah, I cannot answer you the question directly, but I cannot share with you the processes where we're going through and to present and to develop the strategy plan. To build up a player pathway so that we can get more talent inside Indonesian football, participating in the football, and that we have a clear pipeline to our youth national teams, that we have an education system what is understand the needs of the youth players, what is needed on the different levels where they are working on. So I think that should already be a big achievement. But again, it depends all about analyzing where are we, what are the key priorities.